and we had the one crucial moment, right, where we thought, okay, wait, we got a game here. And this is, too, just kind of a microcosm of the year a little bit. The Brady interception, that in the end zone, that was the moment where we went, oh, wow. And then that drive to go down and score and make it 12-0, that's when you went, oh, man, all right, man, I don't know. Tampa, oh, gosh, this is just what Tampa is all year. This was a pitiful play right here by Tom Brady. And really, this was the end of the football game. I mean, this was it. After this, Dallas.
Let's stop. Let's stop right now. Let me stop you. Right now. Look, there's no shame in what Tom Brady did on this play. There is some shame in not calling it out. We got to call it out. This is the duck and cover play. This is what we saw multiple times in the NFC Championship game 2 years ago when they almost blew an 18-point lead. This is the I'm too old for this shit play. This is the I can't take a direct hit from a guy that weighs 300-plus pounds who is half my age play. And that's fine. Look, it takes more courage than I could ever muster to just be out there at 45. But that is, I don't want to take a square hit. If he stays in the pocket like we see plenty of quarterbacks do and takes that hit to the middle of the chest, he delivers a ball that's catchable. He deliberately chose, and that's part of what his game is now, to this is the thing that any team that is thinking, oh, he could put a lot of butts in the seats and, create a lot of excitement and maybe we can contend. That he's got to. This is a balance. He's been doing it for 5 years. I remember there was a play against the Steelers when he was there was a ball he threw. He said threw it up away, to Gronk. It was intercepted down
on the 1 yard line in Pittsburgh.
And again, it's not criticism of him. This is self-preservation. This is what happens when you are 45 and a half now. You can't take those hits. So there will be times, it's part of the overall calculation, there will be times where I just got to get rid of the ball. And that's what he did last night. That was a I have to save my ass type of a throw. And that's not, and say what you will about Kirk Cousins, and one of us did on Sunday night. You never see Cousins do that. Cousins stays in there, takes that hit, and gets up and keeps going. And he's not 45. Again, it's not a fear thing. It's a reality thing. It's a 45 years old thing.
Sure.
And it's going to be 46 next year, and it's something that he has to ask himself, am I comfortable still making plays like that when I have to? And a team that signs him has to ask that question. Are we comfortable with a quarterback who, by necessity, has to do the chuck and duck play from time to time?
Yeah, that's what you got to figure out. That's part of it, and that's why he needs a certain support system. And if he does pick another team to play for, he's going to pick a team that's got a great pass protection and sets it up to where he doesn't have to be in those situations. Hey, he's awesome. We know that. He's the GOAT, but he's not a guy that's going to make plays outside the pocket right now. And, yes, he's not going to hang in there necessarily and let a guy work his way down the field to get into a second window, hold the ball, and take a shot, in the process of doing that. That's not going to happen. And that's why last night was just a recipe for disaster. They tried to run the ball a little bit early. Dallas was crowding the line of scrimmage. Dallas won first and second down for the most part early on in the game. And then Tampa just went, wait, we can't run it. Forget it, because every time we run it, it's 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13. And then they got into throwing the ball. And, hey, we came on here a lot during the year. Of course, Brady had his moments, and we praised him, but we came out here a lot and went, man, he's jumpy, and, man, just hang in the pocket there. This guy's open. And that was, what we saw last night. They got into a game where it was just too much on him, and they were harassing him and around him to where, he's not comfortable, and he's not Josh Allen or Mahomes where he's just going to make moves and take shots and throw sidearm lasers around the football field. We're not there. Like you said, he's 45, and you got to take that into account.
And it's the first time, I think, and I may be missing one, but on a stage of that magnitude, to have one of those plays become the tipping point, become the moment where, it's done, especially when the Cowboys turn it around and go down the field and go up 2 touchdowns. I think it made it the most glaring, and it was glaring. And look, I don't want to criticize Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. They do a great job. But come on, guys, you got to call it what it is. I know he's Tom Brady, and I know that he's the GOAT, but Troy. Troy stood in there and took some shots. Sometimes you just got to stand in there and take the shot. Or say to the world, The reason he didn't stand there and take the shot is he's 45. And, you know, he doesn't look as skinny now as he did early in the season, but that's a guy that should not be taking a square shot from a 300-pound lineman who's coming at him full speed, or at least as full speed as he's ever going to be.
Sure.
So, it's just one of the factors. Just like when we talk about with Tua, physics aren't on his side. When smaller guy gets thrown around by one of these giant, powerful defensive linemen for a guy who's 45 and is 6'5", but isn't thick as he used to be.
Right.
Physics won't be on his side either. Medicine won't be on his side. Father Time won't be on his side if he takes that shot, and that ends up being the thing that we can point to and say, ... Cowboys win easily. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.